Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Astroscience. So today in this content we will dive deep into one of the most transformational celestial events of the year 2025. Dev Guru Brihaspati, Jupiter, is going to enter the sign of Gemini on 14th of May 2025. Dev Guru Brihaspati is the Jiva Karak. Jupiter signifies life, dharma, religion, religious customs, righteousness, dharmic principles, religious rituals, pilgrimage, our Guru, teachings of Guru, our higher belief system, wisdom, knowledge. On the other hand, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the intelligence which is bestowed by Mercury. Our thoughts, ideas, thought process, continuous movement of mind, our creative talents, short travels, communication skills, the ways by which we can put forward our thoughts into reality, adaptability, duality, because Gemini is a dual sign. All of it can be understood from the sign of Gemini. Now, Jupiterian wisdom and Mercurian intelligence, they both are coming together. So, it will be a spiritual way which will evolve us in the way by which we can express our ideas, thoughts, communication skills and adapt with respect to our social environment. And that ideas will not only be in front of us, around us, but also it will get on like spread from one person to another. So that is what this transit of Jupiter is all about. Now, during this transit, Jupiter is moving very fast, because on 14th of May 2025, when Jupiter enters the sign of Gemini, it will move fast. In the month of October, Jupiter will change sign again. It will enter the sign of Cancer, which is its exaltation sign. On 18th of October, it leaves Gemini, it enters the sign of Cancer, gets exalted. But in the month of November itself, on 11th of November, Jupiter turns retrograde in the sign of Cancer. And in the month of December, Jupiter again comes back and re-enters the sign of Gemini. Normally, the transit of Jupiter happens for any zodiac sign for about 12 months or 13 months, roughly 1 year. But depending upon its retrograde motion, the transit can take some peculiar shape, like it is happening this time. Now, depending upon the motion of Jupiter, be it in direct motion, be it in retrograde motion, the transit will have different kinds of results. But now, in this content, we will dive deep into the actual content, actual essence, be it in the physical materialistic realm, be it with response to spiritual significance of Jupiter. We will talk about all the 12 ascendant signs for the impact of this transit of Jupiter into the sign of Gemini. If you are an astrology enthusiast or some curious seeker or someone who is very much interested in spiritual insights, for every one of you, this content will be very fascinating, because the concepts which I will be discussing in this content, you will find very profound and you will also get to relate to it. And for every ascendant sign, I will also talk about the impact of Jupiter with respect to its medical astrology. Like suppose for Aries ascendant or Taurus ascendant, or any ascendant, for every ascendant signs, I will talk about the results of the medical astrology related to this transit of Jupiter. So as you listen through the ascendants, you will see by the end of it, you will find that. Because the sign of Gemini relates to nervous system, our arms, hands, lungs, and Jupiter is impacting it. Now Jupiter is the giant planet. It stays over a sign for like over a year, around a year. So definitely it will bring some changes in it. What kind of changes? Jupiter expands. So it brings inflammations, it brings over stress. Depending upon wheresoever the sign Gemini lies in your horoscope. And not to forget that Jupiter will have, and Jupiter has 3 aspects: 5th aspect, 7th aspect, and 9th aspect. So definitely it will have its own results. Now, being a natural benefic planet, wheresoever Jupiter enters, in whichever zodiac sign, Jupiter will bring light, life, growth, and expansion of that house. Now, depending upon your dasa, depending upon whether Jupiter is functional benefic or functional malefic in your chart, and whichever houses Jupiter is transiting, like suppose the sign Gemini lies in your 6th house, or the sign Gemini lies in your 4th house or 10th house, depending upon which house it is, Jupiter will bring that kind of results. It will expand that area of work. I understand it is a natural benefic planet, but you have to also understand that where it is transiting, in which house it is transiting. Correct. So depending upon that, the results will vary. If you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new content, you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section, so that you can get to email me through my email ID, or you can also connect with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. Your comments are always welcome to me. So come, let us start with all the 12 ascendant signs. And yes, in the upcoming contents I will also talk about other few important concepts or topics related to this transit, which is going to be very interesting. So stay connected. And now let us start for all the 12 ascendant signs. For the Aries ascendant people, Jupiter will be transiting your 3rd house, the house of communication, courage, siblings, short journeys, and self expression. This is really a very powerful time to find your voice. You may feel a strong urge to express your ideas, your thoughts, your inner dialogue. Because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, it is all about intellectual abilities, expressions. So, this is a very good time for journaling, writing, or even you may feel to launch a YouTube channel, because it is all about communication, sharing the thoughts and knowledge, or engage in some kind of spiritual talks, because Jupiter is, after all, your 9th and 12th lord. You'll see that your words will carry power to inspire the people in and around you, to uplift them, and also to teach them, because 3rd house is about your social environment, which is very close to you, particularly the people who are in your daily contacts. You will see that you are more confident taking small but meaningful risks. Now, this has something to do with the combined impact of 3rd house, because 3rd house is about your courage and bravery, and the impact of Jupiter in the 11th house by its ninth aspect. Jupiter will give you the confidence not only just to speak, but also to take actions on your ideas. Now, suppose if you have any hobbies, or you have some kind of creative talent within you, and you are thinking to express it through your kind, compassionate, creative ways of knowledge and wisdom, then this is the time. This is the year to work on it more profoundly. Relationships with your siblings or close friends can improve, and they may become messengers of important life lessons. Here you will see that communications are the main concept, main key to this transit. There are short journeys which can be seen whether for work or learning. So, this can bring spiritual growth and also different kinds of insights in your day to day life. Spiritually, I will say it is a very good time to work with positive affirmations, mantras, and also journaling. Here positive thoughts are very important, because you will see that whatever within your mind, whatever thoughts are coming, you will be able to put it in reality in front of you. So you should be very mindful of your inner dialogue. So this is also a very good time to stay out of any kind of negative thoughts, toxic thoughts, and also any person who can, whom you feel that this person has some negative traits which can demean you, which can pull you back down to your fear or to your insecurities. So make sure that you improve your environment with the people who are really wise. This transit also indicates that harmonious growth in marriage, partnerships, commitments, collaborations, business, particularly expansion in some foreign lands. Fortunate gains in higher education, long journeys, dharma, dharmic rituals, religious discourses, and travels. I can also see blessings in financial gains, networking, elder siblings, or support through elder siblings. Now, since Jupiter is transiting in your third house, so in terms of medical astrology, I would say that the areas which will be impacted will be your shoulders, arms, respiratory system, and the related potential issues. Now, that will depend upon your dasa and the position of the planets in the chart also, but the related potential issues are shoulder pain, nerve inflammations, or bronchial infections. There can be flare ups regarding asthma or stress related nervous exhaustions. These are the things which can be indicated through medical astrology. So that's it for the Aries ascendant people. Make the most out of it, of this Jupiter transit. For the Taurus ascendant people, Jupiter enters your second house, the house of speech, family, wealth, and values, your ethics, your morality. This transit brings blessings to your finances and family life. You may receive unexpected gains and also start saving better. Now, here something to mention from last year, particularly from August, you will see that Mars was debilitated. Mars is your 12th lord, and then Mars turned retrograde, it entered your second house, then it turned direct. And because of Mars, I can see that there was some financial strain, or there was some unexpected expenditures or disturbance while maintaining the budget or finances. Particularly, it was hampering the savings for the Taurus people. Now, that will also depend upon the dasa, but this is what I can see. So, here Jupiter will bring the blessings. Jupiter will allow you to maintain the finances more better, more wisely, and it will also guide you to spend the money more wisely, I would say. But beyond the material wealth, this is also about the value based living, because after all, it is your second house. You'll see your speech is becoming more sweeter, more influential, and spiritually charged. So you can say that this will be a time when people will be attracted towards you for your knowledge, or you will become a problem solver. So suppose someone wants some kind of solution for their any kind of issues or problems, so you are the person whom they will search for. You will see that this is a time that you can use this positive energy with proper intention, like suppose speaking in such a way that that can heal the people. Your words can affirm abundance, healing. So this is a time when you will be able to see that people are gathering in and around you only because your words, your actions through which they are getting healed. So this is also impacting your social network circle, because Jupiter happens to be your 11th lord. That means your network circle is getting more better. So it is also impacting you through your business, through your enterprise. It will be helping you to grow through your career, your profession, because ultimately your money houses are getting impacted in positive manner. Now, this has something to do with uplifting the family environment, the people among whom you live in, the particularly the close people. Through your wisdom, you will feel more drawn to explore your ancestral roots. Now, this has something to do with the eighth house. Jupiter happens to be your eighth lord also. Cultural traditions or spiritual values. Food habits also will shift. Means you may start eating more mindfully and with gratitude. Means there will be, because Jupiter is all about divinity, it is the natural significator of the ninth house, correct? It is the karaka for divinity. So there will be gratitude. So this is the time to choose sattvic foods. So this will not only help you to improve your mind, but also it will improve your health. Because when I say mind, because you see, we are what we eat. Okay, that's what we understand. Now, one more thing here I will say is that spiritually, this is a time to explore the Lakshmi sadhanas, the practices for abundance. Now, particularly here, I will express my thoughts regarding the puja or archana of Sri Vishnu and Sri Lakshmi. That is Lakshmi Narayan Puja or any kind of rituals regarding Lakshmi Narayan will be highly beneficial for you, because second house is about possessions, money, wealth, jewelry, savings, finances. Means anything which stays for you. Because when we say that wealth, that is second house. So this has something to do with gratitude, that yes, whatever God has given us, we should be having that gratitude towards the God. Okay, that supreme soul. um, any kind of rituals which actually cure the ancestral curses, or any kind of ancestral curse, or any kind of such kind of dosas are there in the horoscope, then such kind of rituals can be done during this particular time for all the Taurus ascendant people if they feel that yes, certain kind of dosas are there in their chart. This transit also indicates improvement in dealing with debts and enemies, because you will be very mindful, very wise while dealing with this kind of things. I can also see that you will get support in hidden gains, inheritance, or deep research. Now, this has something to do with professionalism also, because suppose you are going through any kind of subject, or you are going through any kind of work which can also help you in your career, then professional study which can be linked with deep research will be highly beneficial for you in this transit. I can also see career expansion, recognition at workplace, and definitely it has something to do with fame, status, and name. So ultimately, this transit of Jupiter happens to be highly beneficial for the Taurus ascendant people. Now, since Jupiter is transiting in your second house, in terms of medical astrology, certain things has to be taken care of. That is, the areas which are getting impacted is throat, vocal cords, neck, and lower arms. So the related potential issues which are seen is that throat infections, or you can say tonsillitis, stiffness or pain in the neck or shoulders, some kind of minor injuries to hands or wrist. Now that will depend upon the amount of overwork you are doing or not, or any kind of carelessness because of stress or anxiety, because Jupiter also is your eighth house lord. So you need to take care regarding that. So that's it for the Taurus ascendant people. The Gemini ascendant people, this is a very deep transformative year, because Jupiter is transiting your first house, your ascendant, your Lagna. So this is a life phase, you can say that, a type of rebirth of your identity, your belief and purpose. Because when I'm talking about the ascendant or Lagna, Jupiter gains directional strength in the first house, in the ascendant. So this is a very welcome transit for all the Gemini ascendant people. You see that this will allow you to grow your wisdom, your confidence, your self awareness. People will start to see you as a teacher, guide, or spiritual thinker. So this is also a very good time to attract good people. Now, since you will be seen as a teacher or guide, so different kinds of energies will be in and around you, because they will think you as a problem solver. Now it is up to you that how you filter the best of the people and best of the energies in front of you. Because when you are a problem solver, this is also likely to happen that you will get drained spiritually, and that can impact your health. Because when you are helping people compassionately, a time may come you may feel that your energies are getting drained. So it is up to you that how you filter the right energies in and around you. But definitely there will be a spiritual charisma which will attract the people. So this is a very good time for all the people who has something to do with executive role, or suppose someone is a leader, someone who is in some kind of authoritative position, so they will be able to lead their group, their team in a more kind and compassionate manner. So this is a very good time for all the Gemini ascendant people in that role, in that regard. You will see that your spoken words, your sharing of knowledge will be acknowledged. So that's way, in that way, this transit is highly beneficial. Your mindset will shift, and with that you will see that your whole life will begin to align with new truth. So this is also a time when you will feel that you are getting more aligned with truth, honesty, dharma. So your thoughts will purify. Because why thoughts? Because, and why it is related to mind? Because first house or ascendant represents our brain. So, and that is the reason Jupiter gets directional strength in the first house. So you have to make the most proper use of it. But as I said before, that you have to identify that your energies do not get drained. So you have to be very careful that you don't get overly intellectual or scattered. Here Jupiter wants you to be wise, not just smart. That is one thing you need to understand. Take care of your health and physical body. This is a very great time to start yoga, pranayam, or spiritual disciplines that can strengthen your body and soul. This transit is not only going to benefit, giving beneficial for you with regards to materialistic living, but also at the spiritual sense it is highly beneficial for you. Now provided you are following it properly. Now some of these key spiritual practices which you can follow is that self introspection, that is what we can say self inquiry, like finding the right path in our life. One of the best way of doing is that mantra meditation. Like suppose you can chant any kind of Shiva mantras or Vishnu mantras, okay, or you can listen to it and meditate on it. It is highly beneficial for you. This transit also indicates creativity, romance, children matters, and all these matters will be blessed. Particularly, suppose you are in any kind of romantic affair or you are getting into a relationship, by the aspect of Jupiter on the fifth house, you will see that all those matters are getting blessed. This will also allow you to grow proper bonding with your children. You will see that you are able to connect with your children. And since Jupiter is aspecting your fifth house, this also indicates birth of child, birth of children. Like suppose someone or some married couples, they are thinking about family planning, then this year, by the aspect of Jupiter on the fifth house, they are going to get blessed by a child. So this is a very good time for them. And this is also a time to get benefited by creative self expression, your creative talents. Marriage and relationship, and I can see expansion regarding that. That means collaborations. And suppose someone is thinking to get married, so in that regard also this transit of Jupiter is highly beneficial. And in your present married life or relationships, the blessing of Jupiter is seen, particularly with regards to personal matters I'm talking about. For the people who are not into any kind of relationship or marriage, they will see that they are bonding with public life or other people, getting more proper, more beneficial, and helping them out. You will see that favorable outcomes for higher education, Your fortune will help you, your luck will support you, travels, dharma or dharmic rituals. So this is a very good time to follow your dharmic rituals. If you are thinking for any kind of religious discourses, very good time. It will also help you in your higher education, and education related long distance travels can also be seen. And one more I can see that you might get opportunity for any kind of job or expansion in career in some faraway lands. So there can be long distance travel with regards to job and career also, that can be seen. So that was for all the Gemini ascendant people. Now let me also talk about the medical astrology part, because Jupiter will be transiting over your first house, which is very important to understand. Because first house, the affected areas which will be, that is the whole body will be in the focus, especially the nervous system and mental health. So the related potential issues will be, there can be sometimes anxiety spikes. As I said, at times you may feel that the energies are getting drained off. You have to make sure that you don't get exposed to some kind of allergens. So there can be allergies or respiratory issues. Make sure that you are not getting into too much overthinking, because that can lead to insomnia. So that's it for the Gemini ascendant people. For the Cancer ascendant people, Jupiter will be moving through your 12th house, the house of spirituality, dreams, isolation, foreign lands, and moksha, that is the liberation. This is a very deeply spiritual and introspective transit, I would say. Means you may feel a strong connection to the divine, and your experience will be like vividly with respect to dream, and particularly in the dream state. So you may also experience sometimes happiness in isolation or solitude. And this is also a time to take some time away from the busy day to day life, like spending some time in a retreat, or spending some time in some spiritual community. So that will be highly beneficial for you. It's a very ideal time for meditation or any kind of spiritual studies, or even pilgrimage to some faraway places. You may also travel abroad or begin planning to move overseas. Now, even if you don't physically leave, you will see that at the soul level, you are traveling, you are moving from one place to another. Means at the subconscious level, there will be some kind of restlessness. Now, here, one thing I say every time, that whenever any benefic planet transits through the 12th house, normally it brings healing. Normally it heals us. But since it is also 12th house, the results related to the 12th house will also be there. Now, Gemini is the sign of intellectual abilities, but it falls in the 12th house, and Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. So, there will be movement at the soul level. So, it might happen that you are just sitting alone and you are thinking many things at the same time, and people around you, they are not understanding that what you are going through. So maybe you are just happy, but in that happy state you are thinking too many things. Now this inner journeys which you are going through, that will also bring out many solutions in your day-to-day life. Or you may feel that you are able to bring out some kind of results for your existing karma which you are doing in your everyday life. Jupiter will also bring divine protection, but here you have to understand, it will also ask you to let go of what no longer serves you, like, because it is a area of liberation, that is the 12th house. Now, any kind of habits or any kind of attachments, any kind of hidden fear, insecurity, which is not serving you, which is not giving you the best of the results, it is the time to let go of all those things. So, if you are going through anything at your mind, within the mind you are restless, you are thinking about many things, then think about all these positive ways by which you can create a better life for you in the upcoming days and month. make the best of the solution, that solitude and isolation. Spiritually, this is a time to engage in charity, selfless service, forgiveness, and um, within the solitude also create meaningful thoughts and express it in front of the world, particularly in your own personal world. You will see that there can be sometimes divine and sacred messages coming in front of you through your dreams, and sometimes it will be highly beneficial for you. Because you see, why I say divine, because for the Cancer ascendant people, Jupiter rules your ninth house, so divinity is always there. This transit also indicates support for home property matters, resolution of debts, hidden enemies, and also health improvement is seen. Because as I say, that any benefic planet in the 12th house causes healing. You will see deep inner transformations. Insurance gains are also possible during this particular time. And I will also say that within the isolation and solitude, you can also go through any kind of deep research work, deep research studies, which will be highly beneficial for you, for your higher learning. And this is also a time for spiritual journeys to move and meet your guru, or you can also find some mentor in some far away places. So in this regard, this transit of Jupiter is highly beneficial for you. Now, since Jupiter will be in the 12th house, so in regards to medical astrology, now provided your dasas has to be checked and your chart has to be checked, but with respect to the medical astrology, let me tell something. The areas impacted will be nervous system, lungs, and your feet. Now, potential issues which can be seen are like sleep disorders linked to nervous system. There can be some infections in lungs, particularly the viral infections, or um, due to stress or carelessness, there can be some injuries in the feet. So these are the things has to be taken care of. So that's it for the Cancer ascendant people. For the Leo ascendant people, Jupiter will be transiting in your 11th house, and I will say it's a very welcome transit, very positive transit. 11th house, the house of gains, social networks, goals, your community, particularly your network circle. This is a very positive transit, not only for material growth but also for spiritual rewards. You will see success in your goals, and you will also attract the people who are going to help you, particularly the mentors who are going to support you or receive any kind of recognition in your field. So it's a time to dream big and act wisely, because if you are going to use this particular transit wisely, there is a huge possibility that you are going to get or reap best result out of it. Because 11th house is basically the house of karma phal, that is the fruits of your karma. You will see that friendships and social circles will expand. Now, due to the impact of Jupiter, you will see that normally the people in and around you, they are normally very good, philosophical, wise. They will have good thoughts, knowledge, and there will be a lot of communication, particularly the verbal communication between you and them. So there will be clarity of thoughts. Now, among these new connections, now since it is Jupiter, you will be seeing that there will be the people who are even more spiritual. So there can be people in your social groups who are connected to soul, who are connected to philosophy, and they are also mentoring you at the same time. So in any way, this transit of Jupiter is going to benefit you. Your desires to contribute to something bigger than yourself will grow. Because every time I say that 11th house is your personal growth, and also how you can help it to make your social environment better. Because 11th house is normally ruled by Saturn in the natural zodiac, that is the sign of Aquarius, that is giving back to the society. That means my own development, and through my own development, how can I create a better world to live in. So here, Jupiter being the Jiva Karaka, Jupiter being the Jiva Karaka, that means it is the significator of life. So contributing something bigger other than yourself for the society. Spiritually, this transit will help you realize the uh, true wealth. Means, I will say not only just from the money, but also from meaningful connections and shared purpose. So you will see that now the connections which are made, or the group and team you are working, not only now but also in the future, you will be able to connect with them and they will be able to cooperate you, and you will also cooperate them, and it will make a very meaningful connection not only now but for the future. So it has lot of benefits in that regard also. So this is a very powerful time to visualize your dreams and co-create with the universe. Now, Jupiter will also indicate many things, because this transit will impact better communications, marketing, media ventures. It will also allow you to make creative projects. Creative self expression will be blessed. This will also bless your love life, your romantic relationship. So suppose if you are in any kind of romantic relationship, or suppose you are thinking to get into a relationship, in that regard also Jupiter will be giving you better results in that regard. And growth in children matters. Now suppose you are thinking for family planning, in that regard also this transit of Jupiter indicates birth of children. So Jupiter will bless you in that regards also. So it is a very positive transit. Another thing which I will say is that business partnerships or marriage partnerships will also flourish. So marriage, relationship, collaborations, commitments, or even expansion in business in foreign lands, or in your own professional partnership also, I can see there will be more positive results. It will flourish. Now suppose you are thinking to get married, in that regard also this transit of Venus, this transit of Jupiter is going to give you very good results. Now suppose for someone who are not into any kind of relationship, or they are particularly enjoying or in the single life, in that regard I will say here Jupiter will expand your public image, or allow you to connect with multiple people in your day-to-day life, in your work and career. So in that regard, this particular transit of Jupiter for the Leo ascendant people is highly beneficial. Now let me talk about the impact of Jupiter with regards to the medical astrology, because it will be impacting your 11th house, correct? So the areas impacted will be heart, back, upper spine and lungs. So what are the related potential issues? Now these related potential issues will also depend upon your dasa and other aspects of your horoscope, that is the position and other things. But let me talk about the medical point of view with regards to this transit. That is the palpitation of heart due to stress, mild back strain, sensitivity to like allergens, which can affect the breathing. So these are the things which can be looked upon. So that's it for the Leo ascendant people. Make the most out of it. For the Virgo ascendant people, Jupiter transits your 10th house. Now this is a very powerful transit, I will say, for the all the Virgo people. The 10th house is basically the house of career, karma, your public life, your status, your name, your fame, your recognition. And Jupiter's transit in the 10th house is a very powerful and positive transit, I will say. So, this is a transit which actually relates to karmic elevation point. You may receive opportunities to rise in your career, or take on some kind of leadership roles, or start something new with purpose and clarity. Your work will become more aligned with your soul's path, because Gemini, the sign of Gemini, has something to do with intellectual thoughts, your expression, and Jupiter will expand it with respect to your career, with respect to your work, and finally give you recognition. Your spiritual growth is now tied with dharma, the work you are meant to do in the world. And you see, if you have felt confused about your purpose, then this transit will bring clarity. Now, this has something to do with the dasa and the promises of the horoscope in the particular natal horoscope also has to be checked. But through the transit, I can see that it will definitely bring a lot of clarity, wisdom, and also knowledge, expression of the intellectual thoughts and ideas in terms of work. So you will see that your actions are more important. Your actions matters more than ever, both good and bad. So stay conscious of your intentions and how you serve others through your work. Because see, Jupiter in the 10th house, normally it make a person so truthful and honest with regards to your work. So sometimes you may feel that when you are truthful, when you are honest, so you are getting problems at your work. And if you are not truthful, if you are not honest, or suppose you are getting into any kind of action which are not according to the principles of dharma, then this transit of Jupiter can also bring negative impact. But being truthful and honest, initially temporarily there will be problems, because this is Kali Yuga, we have to understand. But the power of Jupiter is so magnificent. The expansion and the power which Jupiter will bring onto the intellectual thoughts and ideas, you will always find multiple solutions for your problems, because it will amplify the energy of Gemini, the Mercurian intelligence, so much that even if there are some problems in your path, oh, no worries, Jupiter will give you some different kind of results in that regard. So you will see that your honesty, your truthfulness, your righteousness, your following the dharmic principles will pay you back. Initially, you may feel there are problems, but later on, you will see that yes, things are really going according to your will and wish. Now, particularly the people who are associated with any kind of like mentorship, teachers, guides, or career mentors. So, in that regards, you will see that this transit is highly beneficial, because here Jupiter will really bless the people who are really going to help other people through their knowledge, through their thoughts and wisdom. Karma Yoga or selfless service. This is the Mool mantra. This is the key to this transit. You don't need to worry about the results. Just do your work. Jupiter will bring the right amount of fruits and results for you. You don't need to worry about the fruits. Just do your karma. That is the selfless service, karma yoga. Daily discipline is very essential, because 10th house is something to do with hard work and discipline. And Jupiter is the master, Jupiter is the guru. So, daily discipline, sincerity. And since it is a sign of Gemini, so what your soul wants, what is your goal, what is your purpose, what is your karma and career. So, your soul purpose journaling should be done. If not day to day, at least it should be done in a particular week or in a particular month. That what is my focus, what I have achieved, and what is yet to be achieved. This transit also indicates increase in family wealth, savings, family values, ethics. Now you only say that how will a native be into any kind of actions which are not in accordance to the dharmic principles, because it will directly impact your morality, it will directly impact your ethics. So you are bound to be truthful, you are bound to be honest. So you can say that this transit of Jupiter is actually building you. It is a build up. It is a laying of foundation. So it is up to us how much benefit we can reap out of it. Happiness from home, vehicles, mother. So this is also a time to connect more with your mother in a better manner. If you are thinking of purchasing of vehicle, purchasing of house, or any kind of property, or if you are associated with any kind of work related to agriculture, real estate, interior designing, or home, property, vehicles, or any kind of materials or items which are related to luxury and comfort, conveyance or convenience, whatever it is, Jupiter is really going to bless you with regards to that. You will see that here Jupiter will also allow you or give you the proper wisdom to overcome your competition and bring a better work health. That is, the working environment will improve, so it will also bring a better combination, better reputation between you and your authorities, you and your colleagues. The bonding will improve, so working environment will improve. So I can say that this is a very positive transit for the Virgo ascendant people. And now let me talk also about the medical part, medical astrology part, with regards to this transit of Jupiter. The areas affected are digestive system, arms, respiratory organs. So the related potential issues will be the gut brain axis that might get disturbed, particularly related to anxiety, because when you are working too much hard, or there can be overthinking which can actually disturb this gut brain axis. The people who are suffering from any kind of problem related to gastritis, then in that regard this transit has to be taken care of, which can be induced by stress or anxiety. Make sure that you don't get into too much overwork, because I can see there can be some problems to hand or arms with regards to overwork. Okay, so that's it for the Virgo ascendant people. Make the most out of it. For the Libra ascendant people, the transit of Jupiter is happening in your ninth house, the house of Dharma, higher learning, long distance travel, and spiritual wisdom. I would say that this is a very good transit for all the Libra ascendant people. Very auspicious and spiritually rich transit. You may feel pulled towards studying deeper spiritual text, traveling to some sacred places. So, definitely, religious discourses and spiritual travels are seen during this transit. Since ninth house is the house of divinity, our guru, teacher, mentor, so finding a new teacher or guide is also seen during this transit. Ninth house is also the house of father or any father figure in your life. So this is also a time to maintain a very cordial bonding between you and your father, taking care regarding the health of your father or your guru during this particular transit will definitely fetch very good results for all the Libra ascendant people. Your dharma or following the righteousness, dharmic principles, rituals, customs, religious text, or going through philosophical ideas, all these things will be highly beneficial for you during this particular transit. And I would also say that anyone who is pursuing higher learning or higher studies and long distance travel with regards to higher studies will also be fetching you very good results. You will see that your faith will evolve. Perhaps it will move beyond your religion into direct spiritual experience, because since it is Jupiter into the consideration, this is a very good time to deepen your sadhana, your spiritual practice, explore philosophy, or even start teaching or guiding others. So it has more of spiritual and dharmic results for you, particularly the people who are following the righteous principles in their life, following truth, following the higher belief system for the benefit of the other people, in their way of guiding the other people in some positive mindset. Because when you're talking about Gemini, it is about intellectual ideas, and it is ninth house, so it is dharma. So you are applying your wisdom, your intellectual ideas for the guidance for other people. In that regards, this is also going to give you very good results. You will see that particularly the people who are committing to truth or righteousness, honesty, Jupiter will bless your path. Jupiter will help you achieve your goals, your ambitions in your life. So, someone who is seeking their life purpose, this transit will reveal a very powerful next step in your life, because after the ninth house comes the 10th house of karma. So, definitely, this is the time to build your knowledge, build your belief system. The key spiritual practices during this particular transit, I would say pilgrimage, particularly spiritual discourses, and long distance travels to know new ideas, new tradition, culture, and in the path of dharma will be highly beneficial. Philosophical study, connection with your guru, or any kind of dharmic rituals, customs, which can ground you, which can show your gratitude towards the Almighty, towards the Supreme Soul, will really be beneficial. So, particularly the people who are thinking to start their sadhana, particularly with regards to Lord Vishnu or Shiva, then this particular transit will be highly beneficial. Start any mantra related to Vishnu or Shiv will be really good for all the Libra ascendant people. This transit will also indicate personal growth. Your charisma will improve, your knowledge system will improve. So, people will be attracted towards you for your knowledge, for your wisdom. You will also get opportunity through your communications, writing, short travels. Your creative talents will get the chance to get expressed in front of the people, in front of your social belongings and social networks. Your creative pursuits will flourish. So, with regards to your creative self expression, also, this will give you very good results. This is also a time when you might get into a romantic relationship, or if you are already in a relationship, it will get more better with time, because Jupiter will bless it. And if you are thinking to get into a relationship, then this particular transit will help you to get in bonding with good person, with a good partner, in with regards to love and romance is concerned. Since Jupiter will be impacting your fifth house, this also indicates that the people who are thinking of family planning, then this transit of Jupiter will help you to in regards to family planning, and this also indicates the birth of a child. And any matter related to children will be resolved, and it will also get flourished, and Jupiter will bless it. So that will be the matters related to the Libra ascendant people. Now let me also talk about the medical astrology part with regards to the transit of Jupiter in the ninth house. Now the areas affected will be kidneys, lumbar region, or the shoulder. Now the related potential issues which can be are kidney related matters, starting from or originating from dehydration or infection. There can be stiffness in shoulder or neck area, nervous exhaustion leading to some kind of mild blood pressure fluctuations. This can be seen for the Libra ascendant people. Now, depending upon the dasa and other promises of the horoscope has to be checked, but this is what I can see from the transit of Jupiter in the ninth house for the Libra ascendant people. So make the most out of it, and I would say that this is a very good transit for all the Libra ascendant. For the Scorpio ascendant people, Jupiter will be transiting in your eighth house, the house of transformation, occult, secrets, mysticism, hidden knowledge, and rebirth. Normally, the transit of Jupiter in the eighth house is not considered that great, but I would say that this is a very deep and intense spiritual transit. So you may be drawn to any occult sciences, deep knowledge, secret sciences, secret knowledge. Now that can be tantra, astrology, mysticism, or any other esoteric path. Emotional healing will be strong, because um, suppose any kind of fear, insecurity, or any guilt feeling, or any kind of work which you are not sure of, which is pulling you back, you will see here Jupiter will provide you the necessary wisdom to overcome it, because Jupiter is basically a divine light. Jupiter is basically a divine light. So somehow it will help you to proceed further in your present and future with your karma. Now, here one thing I will say is that Jupiter is the significator of ninth house. Eighth house is 12th from the ninth house. That means eighth house somehow it corresponds to loss of dharma. And here Jupiter is entering. So here you have to understand one thing which is very important, is that don't get aligned in any kind of activity, thought, speech, or work which is against the dharmic principle, or which is unrighteous, dishonest, or which is not true. Please don't get into this kind of activities, because if you get into this kind of activities, Jupiter by essence expands the significance, so it will expand the significance related to your activity, and later on you might get into some kind of problems. Initially you will feel that everything is so okay, but later on, as the time will proceed, be it days, months, you will see that things are getting difficult for you. Now, although Jupiter in the 8th house, somehow you will see that there is a protection. Problems are there, but somehow you are getting protected. But the moment Jupiter will enter your ninth house, ninth house is divinity, ninth house is light. So what will happen? All those activities will come in forefront. So if anything have been done which is not to be done, which is not righteous, which is against the dharmic principles, you will see that those activities or the consequence of the activities will come in front of you when Jupiter enters the ninth house. So this is very important caution, I will say, for all the Scorpio ascendant people. This is very important during this particular time, and you will also see that there are mystic, symbolic appearances. It can be through dream, it can be through intuition, it can be by any omen coming in front of you every time through this transit. So that will be a process by which you can get transformed from. Now that can be with regards to your behavior, with regards to your nature. So some transformation will be there, and Jupiter, since it is a divine energy, it will always give you that mystic, symbolic representations through your intuition, through your dreams. So you have to understand that, and that will allow you to increase your awareness. Okay, so I will say that trust the process and follow the dharmic principles, that will give you highly better results. Now, Jupiter will also help you to protect your financial matters, your family stability, because Jupiter happens to be your second lord. It will look into your second house. Although it is in the eighth house, but still it will allow you to protect your financial matters, family stability, and other matters related to your finances and family. Now, it also will bless you on regards to your property, real estate, or emotional stability, because as I can see that emotional healing is seen, spiritual awakening and foreign travel, inner healing is also seen during this particular transit. So suppose if you are thinking to move to some um, far away place, particularly regarding your um isolation, solitude, or if you want to increase your sadhana, your spiritual practices, in that regards also, this transit of Jupiter is going to give you very good results. So make the most out of it. Now let me talk about the medical astrology part, because that becomes very important, because it is the eighth house and Jupiter is transiting in the eighth house. The areas affected will be reproductive organs, mental health, and nervous system. The related potential issues which can be seen are hormonal imbalance, there can be anxiety, obsessional thoughts. It is very important, since it is 8th house. So obsessional thoughts, anything which is making you getting obsessed, make sure that you have to overcome it. Lung infection, if by any chance immunity is dropped, then there can be a chance of lung infection, so make sure that you work on all these things. So that's it for the Scorpio ascendant people. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, Jupiter is your Lagna lord, Jupiter is your ascendant lord, and Jupiter is transiting in your seventh house of relationship, partnership, and commitments, collaborations, business expansion, foreign lands. So this is a time to form meaningful, conscious relationship, both personal and at the professional area. So suppose if you are single and you are thinking to get into a relationship, then this is a time when Jupiter can bless you to get into a relationship, or even if you are thinking to get into married life, then here Jupiter can bless you with regards to marriage is concerned. If you are already in any kind of relationship, then in that regards also Jupiter will help you. Now you see that if you are already in any kind of partnership, be it professional or personal, this is the time of growth, deeper understanding, harmony. Any past matters will be resolved. So this is also a time of intellectual conversations, exchange of ideas, thoughts, a better communication, clarity. In business or professional sense, I'm talking about, this can bring fruitful collaborations or guidance from a wise mentor, and that ideas can help you grow your business and actually help you gain a lot of profits, gain income, and rise in income, particularly, I will say. Jupiter will also teach you that real partnership is about balance, mutual respect, or shared growth, I will say, because here you'll see that seventh house is also the house of balance, mutual respect, negotiations. Okay, giving respect to the opinion of your partner, be it personal, be it professional. So here, Jupiter will try to teach you that balance. Spiritually, I will say that relationships will become your mirror, means that how you are helping yourself and your partner to grow along with you together. So here growth will come with respect to love, empathy, kindness, and conscious connection. Definitely intellectual knowledge, wisdom will go side by side. You will also see that here Jupiter will improve your self confidence, your health, your personality, and definitely it will improve your charisma. You will be very famous with respect to your nature, with respect to your behavior, knowledge, and your problem solving abilities in front of opposite gender. You will see that. This is a very nice time or excellent period for marketing, self promotion, communication, improving your social networking, social networking, particularly with regards to your team, your group. I can see major financial gains and fulfillment of wishes during this particular time. So make the most out of it with regards to this transit of Jupiter in the seventh house for the Gemini ascendant people. Now let me also talk about the medical astrology part, because of this transit of Jupiter in the seventh house for the Sagittarius ascendant people. The areas affected will be lungs, arms, thighs, and hips. The related potential issues can be the sciatica nerve irritation, respiratory infections, or means overstretching injuries due to any kind of exercises which was not done properly with regards to arms and shoulders. Now all these things which I'm saying, this can be also with regards to the dasa running in your chart or the promises in the horoscope, but that what I can see from the transit of the Jupiter in the seventh house for the Sagittarius ascendant people. So make the most out of it. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Jupiter is transiting in your sixth house. Now, normally the transit of Jupiter in the sixth house, I don't consider it very good. But here, the the main theme will be growth through the challenges. That is the main theme of this transit for the sixth house transit of Jupiter for the Capricorn ascendant people. You see, sixth house is the house of service, discipline, health, and daily work. Now, this is a very practical area. Sixth house is a very practical area because in day to day life, you have to be very practical, you have to be very ordered, you have to put your knowledge, wisdom in real life, and you have to go through it, the struggles, the challenges, the daily life struggles. Now, this may seem like practicality, spiritual plane, knowledge, wisdom, all are getting amalgamated due to this transit of Jupiter in the sixth house. So, at times, it will be very difficult for you to differentiate between the things. That should I look into it very with a very compassionate manner, or should I think about it very smartly, or just go into the challenges and solve it hard working manner. But if you can look at it through a very right lens, you will be able to get the answers properly, because you have to understand ultimately this is the sign Gemini. So you have to work smartly through your intellectual ideas, and definitely through the wisdom of Jupiter. Jupiter will help you heal your routines. Any day to day routine which was not maintained properly. Here, Jupiter will give you the right idea that how to maintain it. What are the loopholes? Work on it. It will teach you. Now, since it is teaching you, that means there are some loopholes which Jupiter will try to mend it. So, you have to just trust the process and work accordingly. Improve your work ethic and approach the life with more balance and mindfulness, which is very essential, because otherwise you will see that you are working too hard but you are also getting no rest for it. So a work life balance, here Jupiter is what Jupiter will teach you through that mindfulness. Your health will improve when you follow the holistic and sattvic routines, which is very essential. You may find a new approach to improve your diet, your fitness, or even incorporate, now this is very important, or even incorporate Ayurveda that changes your energy completely. Because as I said, that suppose you are working a lot and you are not getting enough time to rest properly, or your habits are not perfect, your routine is not perfect, then what will happen? The health will get disturbed. So following proper routines, particularly holistic routines and sattvic principles, is going to give you very good results. New proper approach like diet, fitness, incorporating Ayurveda, Ayurvedic principles, okay, that will be really good for you. Okay. Work wise, I will say this is a time of service, helping others, particularly in the grounded manner. So stay grounded while you are serving. It will be more of a like karma yoga, selfless service will be highly beneficial for you. Don't expect any return while you are doing the karma. Jupiter will bless you. You will see that you are going to get the results automatically. You don't need to worry about the results. Jupiter is there for that. Spiritually, this is a time to be more about self care and also performing humility, building your inner strength through sadhana. Now, someone will say 6,000 sadhana. Yes, sadhana can be linked with sixth house also. Okay, so performing sadhana and also meditation and proper principles in day to day life will be highly beneficial for you. Jupiter will also impact your career growth through disciplined efforts, and I really mean it. Here, career growth is seen if you are applying proper principles, intellectual thoughts into reality. Definitely, I can see career growth, but backed by discipline and sincerity. Spiritual development and foreign opportunities are also possible during this particular time, provided you also make sure that you are healing yourself. Otherwise, negative traits of the 12th house might get exaggerated or might get um, come in front of you. Increase in income, value of speech and savings are seen during this particular time. Now, this is also a time when, if you are working on your ethics, if you are working on your morality, if you are working on your value system, then you will see that your speech will be valued, your presence will be valued, your knowledge, your problem solving abilities will be valued and will be praised in front of your working environment with respect to your work, your service, in and around your authorities and your colleagues. So I yes, definitely increase in income is also seen during this particular time. So wealth and health, these are the two matters which I can see. If done, if properly maintained with discipline, then it will definitely be good for you. Okay, now for the Capricorn ascendant people, since it is the sixth house where Jupiter is transiting, um, with respect to medical astrology, let me talk about few things. The areas which are affected are particularly the bones, or you can say related to knees, bones, but particularly related to knees, joints, respiratory system. So, related potential issues which I can see is that stiffness in joint, which might get impacted due to inflammation, risk of cough, cold, and bronchial infection. There can be breathing difficulties under some kind of stress or anxiety. Okay, so these are the things which needs to be taken care of with respect to medical astrology. Not definitely it will be depending upon the dasa and the promises of the horoscope, but this is what the transit indicates. So needs to be checked properly. Okay, so that's it for the Capricorn ascendant people. For the Aquarius ascendant people, Jupiter will transit your fifth house, the house of creativity, children, romance, and spiritual intelligence. Now, this is a very joyful and expansive period. You will feel as if your inner child has awakened. Okay, so it's a very beautiful transit, I will say. So it indicates the flow of creativity, and you may feel inspired to create art, write, or share your wisdom in unique ways. And at the same time, you will see that you are not affected by your ego. So it's a very beautiful transit. Normally, the transit of Jupiter in the fifth house is considered very good. So this is a time to explore your talents, anything which you are good at. Here, Jupiter will allow you to express those talent creatively through the wisdom. And since it is the sign of Gemini, so what can be more better than that? That your intellectual ideas and thoughts are taking the shape in reality. So it is a time of physical manifestation of your ideas and thoughts. Now, this is the time when your childlike nature will come up front. So anything which is very intrinsic, which is very natural to you, like suppose you are a singer, I'm just taking one example. Suppose you are a singer, or you are someone who has a very good command in drawing, art, painting, any kind of art and craft, or anything which you are good at. Suppose you are a very good speaker, you are a very good writer. So that things are natural to you. So you will see that you are able to work on those fields better than before, and you are also getting opportunities to showcase it in front of people. So what can be better than that? This is also a time to attract love, romance, and soul level connections. And if I am using these words, it is because Jupiter will really bless you with regards to this kind of concerns I'm talking about. Okay, particularly the people who are single and they are expecting any kind of relationship, in that regards I will say that this transit of Jupiter is going to bless them. And if you are already in any kind of relationship, then you will see that you and your partner will evolve more better with regards to love, understanding, harmony, and I will say that love and romance will be more better with regards to your ideas, your thoughts. So there will be more clarity and mutual understanding between you and your partner. So this will be like you will see that it will act like a mirror between you and your partner, where reflecting each other will heal you, will grow you, and with open mindedness. Okay, spiritually, this house is associated with Purva Punya. Now, that becomes very important, because when you are talking about Purva Punya, that means suppose you think that you are starting any work, or you feel that okay, I want to do do this work, or I want to take um, one action regarding my thoughts, regarding my knowledge. Since Jupiter will activate your fifth house and it is related to Purva Punya, you will see that whatever actions, efforts, naturally you are thinking that yes, I can do it. I can be a very good singer, I can be a very good dancer, or whatever. You will see in those activities which comes naturally to you, Jupiter will expand it, Jupiter will bless you, Jupiter will make it flourish. So, in those regards, this transit of Jupiter is highly beneficial for you. Now, since it is the fifth house, any matter related to children will be resolved. Bonding between you and your children will improve. Any past matters will be resolved. And particularly for the people who are thinking for family planning, this transit of Jupiter will bless them with child. So, this is a very good transit, I would say. You will see that mantra chanting or recitation of mantra, learning of mantra, worship, any kind of deity which you are associated with, particularly the Ishta Devata. Now, it can be, since it is Jupiter in the fifth house, I would say it can be associated with Shiva and Vishnu also. Mantra chanting, religious scriptures, learning, any kind of metaphysical studies, uh, particularly I will say specialized intelligence. In this kind of learning, this Jupiter is going to give you very good results. All of a sudden, you will see that the devotion within you, the bhakti bhav within you has improved. So, channelize it to go through religious texts, any kind of mantra chanting which can allow you to connect with your deity will be highly beneficial during this particular time. This transit of Jupiter also indicates that your long distance travel will be fortunate, will bring luck. Pilgrimage is sin, so religious or spiritual discourses comes under that. You will be able to follow the dharmic principles, religious rituals and customs. If you are thinking that you want to continue it, then yes, these are the time when you will be able to follow it. You will be able to connect with your father more nicely, with your guru, and also gain knowledge from your guru and father and implement in your life, and definitely Jupiter will bless you with regards to that. Increase in financial gains and social circle and recognition in social circle, particularly I can see, yes, since Jupiter is activating your fifth house, I can also see change in career or change in career pattern, because here Jupiter will allow you to introspect in your own talent, anything which you are good at. So all of a sudden there can be a break in traditional way of doing work and job, or it can also increase the source of livelihood. Okay, so there can be multitasking while increasing the sources of livelihood. Okay, so that's the reason I also say that increase in financial gains. personal glow and popularity. Now you see how it relates. Creative self-expression in front of social circle, and definitely it will improve your personality and your popularity. Since you will be engaged in spiritual bhakti bhav, religious learning, this will also improve your charisma. People will follow you for your knowledge, for your wisdom. This will, now since it is fifth house, so fifth house is also about management, decision making, proper decision making. So you are a problem solver now. So people will be very much happy in and around you, that yes, this is the person, if this person is there, there is no problem, all the problems will be solved. So your nature, your knowledge will be enhanced by this mode. Okay, so make the most out of it for the all the Aquarius ascendant people. Now let me also talk about the medical part, medical astrology part, with regards to this transit of Jupiter. The areas affected which I can see is circulatory system, carbs muscles, and the lungs. So related potential issues which can be seen is that there can be issues related to poor circulation, which can actually be linked with cold hands, cold feet. There can be asthmatic or allergic reactions. So stay away from anything which can impulse it, which can enhance it. Okay, so it can be any kind of allergens. Stay away from it. Shortness of breath can be seen, which can be induced by anxiety. Okay, so these are the things which can be seen due to this transit of Jupiter in the fifth house with regards to medical astrology, medical thing. Okay, now that can be related to your dasa, that can be related to the promises in the horoscope, but depending upon the horoscope to horoscope, it may change. But that's what I can see from the transit. Okay, so that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people. For the Pisces ascendant people, Jupiter is your Lagna lord, Jupiter is your first lord, and Jupiter is transiting in your fourth house. The house which represents your home, your refuge, your mother, your inner peace, your emotional foundations, your mental peace, the place where you feel security, the place where you rest. This is a very nurturing and deeply emotional transit, I would say. You may move to a more spiritually aligned home, spend more time with your family, or this is also a time to build a more better and even more than better, I would say, that bonding between you and your mother, taking care of your mother. You will see it is not only going to heal you but also bring the blessings of Jupiter and your mother both. Now, fourth house is also the house which relates to land, landed property, luxury, comforts, anything which can build the material happiness. Although fourth house happens to be a moksha trikon house. Now, that means more you are associated with your homeland, more you are taking care of your mother, this will bring the benefits and blessings of goddess Lakshmi also. So you can understand how beneficial this transit happens to be. Normally the transit of Jupiter in the fourth house is considered very good. Normally I'm talking about, it is considered very good. You will see that this is a time to nourish yourself. Now it can be health, it can be soul, it can be mind, and build a more strong emotional security. This is a very beautiful time for connecting with culture, tradition, and also doing any kind of rituals which can heal any kind of ancestral curse or any kind of dosas in the horoscope, because Jupiter will be activating your 8th house also. Okay, and 12th house also by its aspect. Any kind of vastu corrections or any kind of innovations at your home related to development, redevelopment in your home or property can be done during this particular transit of Jupiter. If you are thinking to purchase vehicles or any home or landed properties, then this transit of Jupiter will be highly beneficial for you. Now, suppose if you are also associated with any work related to agriculture, in that regards also Jupiter is going to give you very good results. It will flourish. Jupiter will expand it. Spiritually, you will see that your intuition is heightened. Now, this is very important because the Moksha Trikon will get activated. 4, 8, 12 houses will get activated by the position and aspect of Jupiter. Emotional growth will also lead to divine wisdom. Why? Because when you are emotionally at peace, when your mind is at peace, so now you can proceed further for divine wisdom. So, this is a time when you will feel that uh, what we say, the home is where the heart is. So this will be the actual theme for this transit, I would say. So home will become like a temple of peace for you. So whenever you visit your home or whenever you are at home, so you are emotionally strong, secure, you are at peace. I can see transformation through occult research during this particular transit. So you will be driven towards esoteric knowledge, mysticism. It can be astrology, it can be tantra, or any kind of divine secret knowledge. Okay. Any matter related to inheritance will be resolved, or it will help you. Jupiter will bless you with regards to that. Career upliftment and recognition is seen. Now you see how beneficial it is because you will also get rest, you will also get enough time to improve your health, mind, and soul, and again at the same time, your career is also getting improved, uplifted. You are getting recognition for your work. Spiritual growth, pilgrimage, and foreign travels are also seen. It is a great chance, it is a possibility that you can move to some faraway place and find a mentor, find a guide, or you can go to some faraway place to meet your guru. Okay, so all these are seen during this particular transit of Jupiter in your fourth house for the Pisces ascendant people. Now, let me also talk about the medical astrology regards to this transit of Jupiter. The areas affected which I can see is that feet, lymphatic system, nervous system. So the related potential issues which can be seen with regards to this transit. Now definitely it will also depend upon your dasas and other promises of horoscope, but what I can see with regards to this transit is what I'm going to say is that there can be water retention problems, particularly the lymph issues, the lymph node and lymph issues, lymphatic system is concerned. There can be some fatigue or burnout syndrome. Now this has something to do with the fourth house I'm talking about. Here Jupiter indicates that you need to take proper nourishment with regards to your health, body, mind, and soul. So if you are overworking, then there can be burnt out symptoms. So here Jupiter is trying to heal you, so you have to balance the healing process also with regards to your work. Very important. um, One thing I can see that there can be some lung related infection, particularly caused by pollutants or allergens. So make sure that you take care regarding all these things. So that's it for the Pisces ascendant people. So that's it from my side for all the 12 ascendant signs. If you have liked this video, press the like button, share it to your near and dear ones, and if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon so that every time I make a new content, you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. Okay, so that's it from my side. Next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some another interesting content. I'm signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.